Get him out of there. Get him off there.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Captain Connolly of the 17th Michigan, welcoming you. Good day, and welcoming you to this episode of On the Warpath with the 17th Michigan. Today we'll be conducting offensive operations on Hatch's attack. It'll be Burnside's right wing, consisting of the 17th Michigan, the 9th New York, and the 72nd Pennsylvania, versus the 1st Texas, the 6th LA, and other elements of the Confederate 2nd Corps. Lt.Col Rader is leading operations for the 17th New York as well as the entire 9th Corps, and Captain Wren is leading the other regiment in game as well. Captain Wren of the 2nd U.S. Sharpshooters. Today is going to be a significant coordinated effort on the part of the Union forces to completely defeat and destroy the Confederate Army. There's going to be no retreat. We're not going to back up an inch. We're going to make them pay for every centimeter of ground that they take. Right now we're forming column, moving to our first position. Following Lt.Col Rader, everybody's getting into column here.
Do we do right shoulder shift or no?
Looks like we're going to be taking a swipe at the right flank first. The 9th Corps here is targeting the right flank. Looks like the Sharpshooters are joining, so this is a massive coordinated effort by the entire Union Army at this point.
So if you turn down your resolution, you can see through the cornfield.
And we'll fill our vain ranks.
Not anymore.
In the battle cry of free, he don't.
The part of the Civil War that nobody ever talks about is all the marching that they did. The marching is just endless. It only gives you a taste of some of what the actual Civil War soldiers experienced in that time. Right now we're charging a rebel position on the top of this hill. We're going to make sure that we push them out of that position.
Oh shit.
Hey!
We get close.
That's friendly.
These are friendlies. So we determined when we got to the front that they were friendlies. We gave the warning out to the rest of the men. And it looks like one of them unfortunately was killed. I believe though that the person that did that reached out to them and said sorry. You know, it was an accident. These things happen. I mean, sometimes in the fog of war, the rebel uniforms and the Union uniforms just look indistinguishable from each other. Alright, gonna respawn here, back here on the right flank. We're making an effort to hold back the rebel advance here. Looks like the 17th is splitting off and moving to the left. Or I'm sorry, that's the 2nd U.S. Sharpshooters. Oh no, it is the 17th. Alright. Flags down, I'm gonna go ahead and pick that up. Make sure the colors stay up, people can respawn. Just a note, if you're a new player to War of Rights, there are different timers for spawn based on whether you're in formation or if you're skirmishing. If you're in formation, the respawn timer for your comrades is 10 seconds. If you're skirmishing, the timer is 20 seconds. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you have to pick up the flag, try your darndest to get into formation. It'll make things a lot easier in terms of getting reinforcements. But it also makes you a target. As you can see, I died pretty quick there. Alright, I'm joining the 1st Cav here for a push against the middle. The rebels, I think, have a position here on the road. We can get up to this double stack and try and push them off it. I just respawned though, so I have to reload. I don't have the bayonet equipped. I just spawned on the flag, so just staying in formation, getting up here. It doesn't look like anybody's immediately... Oh, well, yeah, somebody jumped the fence. Alright, here we come. Got rebs, and I'm pretty much helpless. Oh! They got me good there. There's no two ways to go about that. They got me good. Alright, I'm going to go into 3rd person mode here and get a bird's eye view of what's happening on the battlefield. We take a look at the left flank here and operations around the point. Alright, we got a group of Union soldiers here, small group. Pushing up along this double stack, looks like consisting of mostly of 1st Cav. We have Sergeant Major Sriracha of the 17th Michigan and a couple members of the 72nd Pennsylvania there. But they're facing a significant rebel formation, and the rebel formation just happens to be camping our flag.
They charged the position by the point.
That push was a little bit reckless that time, but you know, these are that's what happens. You think you have a good shot at, you know, making a push sometimes, and sometimes the enemy just gets the best of you. That's what happens. So 1st Texas is camping our flag, making sure that we can't get it back, and they're doing a good job of it.
I'm gonna kill them all.
Nothing but credit to them in that regard.
Let's shoot these guys. Fuck, dude, they're just stabbing me. They're stabbing me.
Yeah, and as you can see, this
now, like,
Union group that was 6 or 7 guys has now been whittled down to nothing. Virtually nothing. Private Huck from the 72nd's trying to make a quick retreat. We got, looks like 6 Union soldiers there, grouped up in the corn, 6 or 7 of them. Pulling back here a little bit, see what's going on. Check out this other Union position by the rocks. It's being commanded by Lt.Col Raider of the 17th Michigan. This is the 17th doing what they do best right here, which is holding a position, making the enemy pay. When they come over that hill, you bet that they're losing lives for it. So moving up here on the left, doing a little bit of recon. We've scouted out that the position was kind of weak, so Lt.Col Raider is moving his entire group up as quickly as possible to try and hit the Confederate left flank, hoping that we can catch them unawares.
They're gonna flank around the left.
They're all just starting to move, Raider.
Solid volley. Man, that's so pretty. There's really nothing better when you get just a big formation of men, and you can just let loose with the rifles all at once. Beautiful. Alright. Looks like the Union is trying to take this stone wall on the left flank of the point. They have a medium-sized group of men here. They're taking heavy casualties already. The officer is down. Lieutenant Colonel Rader's down. Just doing everything he can to keep them on task. Oh, that was a brutal kill right there. Brutal kill. Ragdolled him with a bayonet.
I got a couple. They're charging.
But the rebels look to be overrunning the Union position here. It does not look good. Major Staples of the 1st Cav is one of the last to go. Yep.
They outnumbered us.
Confederates
It's like their whole force.
got him. Alright, we're going to shift back here. See what's going on the right flank. Looks like Union's got a skirmish line set up along this double stack. They're taking pot shots at the Confederates on the bottom of the hill. Let's take a closer look at the Confederate position here. There's really only just that flag bearer and a couple of guys. Looks like they're falling back. Oh, there are more. Their uniforms do a much better job of blending into the natural scenery and the colors of the land than the Union uniforms do. Way better sort of camouflage, just naturally. So we're gonna go check with the group that respawned from the wipeout on the left flank. Looks like we got a big Union formation moving back over there now. The Union is determined to take the left.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy
And there's
name.
Lt. Colonel Rader at the head of the column. One of the best offensive leaders in the entire Union Army. There's no question in my mind. There's few people who I feel more safe following into battle than Lieutenant Colonel Rader. He inspires confidence in his men. Look at that column. Alright, we're gonna move up here a little bit.
They're charging us. They sure are.
Alright, looks like the Confederates were prepared for the Union assault here on the left. And we're taking heavy casualties already. We haven't even gotten over the fence.
I think
Looks like we got a lot of Zoods left. We got both our flags, but then yeah, looks like the rebels definitely got the better of that engagement as well. Just
The flag's still up. This is good.
devastated the Union that time as well. Good job, the Confederate army here again.
Alright, I recovered one of our flags.
Alright, I'm respawning back in a game. After that last maneuver, we lost both of our flags. I'm going to make an attempt to get one of them back myself. First Lieutenant Connor of the 17th Michigan managed to rescue one of the flags already here.
Let's go. Perfect. Perfect. Let's go.
Rebels got
Which direction are we running?
got the
Like
best,
northwest?
got the
North,
jump on me.
northwest? I'm gonna follow Staples.
Yep.
Sort of a fool's errand. The only time I will ever run off on my own outside of the formation is if I'm trying to recover a flag. Alright, we're gonna go back over here to the right flank, check out the bird's eye. I'm sorry. Oh, we have movement here. Big movement, large formation of Confederates here. Moving across the field. back toward the right flank.
Down that fence, start shooting.
The Union right flank, that is.
Amen, brother.
This is the fucking Barefoot Legion or what?
Yeah, it's the fucking South, boy. Let's go. About to beat these shit because we never shoot.
The Confederate Army, better otherwise known as the Barefoot Legion. Infamously, during the Civil War, toward the end stages of the war, when the Confederacy was having supply issues, it was known that there were regiments in the Confederate Army where the soldiers did not have shoes. That is a historical fact. Looks like everybody's kind of just lulling in the action here, watching the right flank, making sure the Confederates can't push on us through the cornfield.
They just killed me in there, by the way.
This fight has just been a knockdown drag out. The Confederates have held the point pretty much non-stop since the beginning of the fight. I don't even think the Union at this point has gotten close to capturing the point. But as you saw in the at the end of that last charge on the part of the Union, both sides are taking losses at this stage. So this really is just a slugfest. Each army is just duking it out. So right now we're taking a look at the Union Army from the Confederate perspective in terms of the position.
I'm in that corner.
And you can see
Double
that
stacking the single stack fence in the corner.
it looks like most
Speed
of the
direction.
shots are
North from
falling
spawn.
harmless from this angle.
Yeah, there's a flag. Just
Sort of a difficult position, even though you would think that because there's a fairly open line of sight there, I think it'd be a decent position for the Union to get some good shots, but they seem to be largely ineffectual here.
We are to your north. To the cornfield.
Alright, let's see what's going on here. The Union is charging! The Union is charging! Oh, that was brutal. Oh, and both of those guys could go down. Looks like the Union has won that particular charge. Oh, there goes the Confederate flag. And the Union brings the Confederates down to breaking with that charge. Excellent work, men. That was an excellent charge on the part of the Union Army. Alright, Union Army is now moving from this position. We're going to push up the road here. We're pushing the point, boys. Pushing the point.
Better commit suicide.
that position right now.
Looks like the Union soldiers are going to converge here through
Right down the road, directly
forest.
south.
Yep. Alright guys, good game. I'm
Hang
out.
out here on the rocks, take some
Loads
cover until I get reloaded.
Point.
They haven't taken... They've taken some casualties, but they haven't been heavy so far during this move.
This fence is a good idea, but we need to know where they're going. They could easily
We
just
got
like come through the morning
15:45
and kill us,
left in
but
the
it, like,
game, so there's
says
plenty
the
of
road that
time
we have
for
right now. We have,
both
like,
sides
right,
to make a move
left.
here.
It's working
The
pretty good.
Union does have an advantage in tickets in this game right now, but the Confederates can still come back here. There's absolutely no reason either team can't win at this point. Oh, yeah, see, there you go. The Confederates just brought the Union Army down to breaking. So we have a very close contest here, ladies and gentlemen. It really can go either way.
They're southwest. That southwest corner, double stacked by the corn.
Alright.
That's where they're at.
So the Union Army has moved up to a rock position just off of the actual point, and they're pushing up on it now, Will they be able to take the position from the Confederate Army?
Yeah, I see one of their flags right in front.
We're capping the point. A little bit.
Yeah, they're in this corner.
Alright, looks like we've got a foothold here,
Yeah, they're
and we're beginning to capture the point. The Union has a moderate force, they have a flag. They're in a decent position here. It would be better off if they had both those flags, and that other one is there off there in the forest to the left. It'd be really great if they could get that. But they have a fairly strong position here. It's kind of hard to hit, I think, for the Confederates. They have to come around the flank of the rocks, and by that point they're open to fire from the soldiers protecting the flanks and even there inside. So this is a good position for the Union to have taken with the amount of forces they have here. And the Confederates their capture's been drained about halfway. They're trying doggedly to push the Union off this position. It looks like the Union's holding. Again, just a knockdown, drag-out fight here. Both sides really just duking it out.
Like they ran right past me and I snuck up behind the flag.
There we go, another flag bearer dead. Private Landis of the 17th Michigan staying there, and the Union is victorious. The Union has won, ladies and gentlemen. Again, that was a knockdown, drag-out fight. Both sides put up a hell of a fight, and it could have gone either way. But on this time, the Union was victorious. Hope you enjoyed that episode, everybody. Join us for the next one. Thanks.